we touch the ground. So please hear me. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't really know what tone, 'cause I'm a restless soul. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't know where to go. Yeah, my hopeless soul. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't really know what tone, 'cause I'm a restless soul. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't know where to go. like to do, but you just keep on talking. I see your dog needs walking. Your folk drive you insane. I know, yeah, that's true. Of course, you ain't the one to blame. Keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking to me. But I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. Sure, I like to listen. It's not like I don't wanna know. It's just that you've been talking to me 3 nights in a row. I think it's time to let go. Forget the past, just lose control. Cause life's too short for yapping. Come on and dance, come give me soul. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking. You keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking, but I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. In this moment,
Yes.
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
No.
It's not hard to fool me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Yes.
Let's get it. Smoke show.
Way I follow,
Bring it.
no need to say
No.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow
Big Shirley.
the edge of it all,
9 a.m.
to the edge of
Shout
it
out
all.
to the Bonnet Chronicles.
So tell your good life.
Age, city, gender. In the chat room.
Yeah. Susceptible life.
Bonnet Chronicles.
Moment flies.
Bonnicles.
Ooh. So tell your
Let's
good
go.
lies. 'Cause I'll find a better one.
Ooh-wee.
Susceptible
Bonnicles.
life.
Bonnet Chronicles.
Before the moment flies. It's not a problem.
It's not a problem,
No.
but we will make you
It's
famous.
not what I'm getting into.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing can stop me.
No.
'Cause I'm addicted to what you and
E40.
I realize. Lead the way.
Come on. Come
I
on.
follow. No need to say.
What he talking about? Oh, I can't stand him. I know.
I follow. To the edge of it all.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
'Cause I'll find a better one. Yeah.
Shout out to the Bonnet Chronicles. Bionicles.
Before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good life.
Yeah.
'Cause I'll find a better
Stop
one.
flashing. Don't stop flashing. How y'all gonna do that?
Susceptible life.
There we go.
Before the moment flies.
Baba de bop. We are back. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Shout out to the CIA, the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there. One love to the FBI, the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies. And people ask me, why are you always shouting out to the CIA and the FBI? I had somebody in the comment section, cause Big Brother is always watching. If you don't know what you're talking about, shut the French toast up. I've seen more people make up stuff. And y'all look hella crazy. So what I'm going to start doing is when I see people just start making up stuff, I'm going to just block you. Why? Because I don't like people who engage in misinformation and deception. I kept throwing up my fraternity symbol, Kappa Alpha Psi, and I had some dude people talk about, oh, it's Masonic symbols. The Illuminati. I mean, if y'all spend as much time becoming the best version of yourself as you do with this silliness, it'd be amazing at what some of you guys could accomplish. So let's start the smoke show off right. If you don't know what you're talking about, please don't make stuff up. Especially if you're a member of the channel. People believe that crap. Candle of the evening. Palo Santo. Hollywood. Why?
It burns. Oh, it burns.
Because it's about to get cooking up in this mug. It is about to get cooking up in this mug. And fragrance of the day. None other than an original Creed OG. Silver Mountain Water. One of the best Creed fragrances for the springtime. A walk on a frozen mountainside. Man, it's such a good fragrance. Such a good fragrance. So here's how we do this. I'm going to be nice to you as long as you're nice to me. The rules are simple. When I bring you on, you must be on camera. You must be on camera at all times. You get off camera, I bounce you out. If you want to bring some beef, you want to bring some smoke, you should at least be able to stand up to the kitchen. I think that's fair. All right? All right, because there's a lot of people who got a lot to say. And what I like to do is I'm a fair man. I've always had an opinion and a point of view. And I'm good with that. And anybody who knows me will tell you, I've been this way for a long time. And I love the debate and exchange of ideas. Let's see what ideas went out. Now, on my Instagram, as of late, I've had women come onto the platform and perform however they perform and then run back to their platform whining. If you can't do it under fire, you can't go back to your platform and have revisionist history, talking to random men that don't matter. No. When it's time for the show, when it's time for the game, you play the game. Scott Norwood of the Buffalo Bills in '91 made a lot of field goals after he went wide right. But guess what? None of those field goals that he made afterwards counted towards his NFL championship. Anybody remember that? Scott Norwood, wide right. Now here's the thing. I'm looking over at this like to dislike ratio and y'all are tripping. So if we don't get these likes up over 50% in the next 60 seconds, we shut this whole thing down and play Meow Mix. Y'all are kidding me with this. Get the likes up, people, because if you don't want to hear this song, get them up. Why is this important? Well, I don't know how many of you folks have ever heard about a man by the name of Tom Likas. He was a radio DJ in the 90s, and he had a program that was kind of like the inspiration to a lot of people in, talk radio or whatever. And long and short of it is in the late 90s, talk radio was dominated by political stuff. But Tom Likas actually had a program where he actually spoke about relationships and men's stuff from a man's point of view. And he will forever be famous for tackling an unpopular topic at a time before the internet even existed heavy like it does now. I mean, it existed, but not like it does now. And shout out to him. And what he would do is from time to time, when he felt like the temperature was getting too hot, when he felt like, the pressure was, a lot has happened. And he would clear the airwaves of all the sycophants, the fans, the well-wishers, the fence sitters, and he would just allow detractors and critics to call in. And at the time, no one would do that because, oftentimes when you have a polarizing point of view, people often want to say, oh, well, he can only do that because they rigged the call board, and they won't allow anybody to call in with a dissenting point of view. And what Tom Likas would do is he would sit there and take detractors one-on-one and talk about the topic with a few basic rules. 1, you have to have a disagreement. 2, it has to be a disagreement about something on the platform. You can't disagree that the fact that you don't like the fact that, water is wet. You come in, talk about the disagreement, and you get to it. 3, the first person to make an ad hominem attack loses. So let's go through some of the basic rules. They're down in the description, but for those of you who don't read well, here it is. You must be on camera and visible at all times. No groups, meaning I don't want to jump onto a call and there's an entire gang of people, because I talk to one person at a time. And if it's 2 or 3 of y'all, no. So only one at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Mute all upon entry. All right. No speaker or Bluetooth audio. Be respectful, stick to the topic, and understand personal ad hominem or insults to creators or platforms will not be tolerated. 0 tolerance. So don't come on here talking about other creators' platforms, throwing shots at other creators. And you can't overtalk the host. That's basic civility. Now, also, gentlemen, this is not your day. If you are a man and you are calling into the smoke show, not your day. I spent 3 years talking to men. Honestly, I don't care about what's going on right now with some guys. If you want to call in on the men's show. Because what happens when I allow men to call in, women are shy about calling in. And like, I'll have 7 women call in, but when I open it up, I'll have 50 men. No. So, here's how this is going to go. Some topics of interest. I'll even start you off. The whole thing about cheating. Seeing as though everybody's talking about that, I'm like, I pop up today and I see it on another show, and I'm like, wow, what inspired that topic? I will say it again. High value men don't cheat. They just exercise options. The ladies, I'll say it again. The more successful, the more attractive, the higher value your man is, it will be in your best interest to assume a factor in the fact that he may exercise options from time to time. And if you don't like that, go get a man that's lower caliber, go get a lower level man. But are you going to treat that man with respect? People tend to get upset when we talk about the issue of weight. I don't know why, but the issue of weight. Single mothers, high value men, ratings and rankings, and the whole notion of dying alone. Buy a dog, die alone. Tends to trigger a lot of women. I don't want women to feel as though there's no hope. Oh, if you're freezing eggs, you're admitting that hope is waning. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't want them to feel as though there's no hope. Huh. Okay, I see somebody in here with the name of Nick. If you're a guy, bounce. So, what I will do is I'm going to bring everybody in. And I do have a backup that I will use if Zoom starts to act crazy. let's get into it. If you are not on camera, when you come into the Zoom room, if it's just your photo, I will bounce you immediately. So, Ty, you're going to go. And once I remove you, you can't come back in. So you need to have your camera on. So, the first casualty is going to be, there's Ty. Oh, also, no simulcasting of my show. No simulcasting of my show. So if I see you on XSplit or you streaming it on your channel, not going to happen. This is the platform where this happens. All right. So, first and foremost, let's do this. I'm going to bounce Nick because Nick has not got on camera, so I'm going to assume you're a troll. I'm going to bounce SETE. I'm going to bounce you iPhone. You got your hand raised. I am dead ass serious about being on camera. I see about somebody by the name of Roy Henry. I'm going to get rid of you automatically because your name is a man's name. Hey, there's somebody by the name of. Okay, so here we go. Nia, let's go with you first. Now, by getting on the show, you are waiving rights to privacy. You can and likely will end up on YouTube if you comment in the comment section, chat room, or video. If you don't want to be seen, remain anonymous, watch the show. That's that. All right, so let's do this. We got the audio there. Nia, unmute yourself. She bounced away. Hello. I can't. I'm bouncing everybody whose not visible. Yeah, I can. How are you? Good. So, what's your first name? Naya. And how old are you? What's your disagreement? Okay, well, I can't do this right now because this is a smoke show. This is only for disagreements. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Look. I'm. This is a smoke show. If you're not familiar how it works, don't come on. Okay. This is a show for disagreements. Does everybody on here have a disagreement? If you have a disagreement, raise your hand. Of the four ladies on here, if you have a disagreement, raise your hand on the Zoom call. There's a button that says raise hand. Okay. All right. All right. So, Miss Phelan, I don't know how to pronounce your first name, but we're going to go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello. How do I pronounce your first name? And how old are you? 26. What is your disagreement or your conflict?
Your explanation of why, or no, sorry, I'm gathering my thoughts. I felt the need to maybe explain the point of view from a woman, like why.
No, what is the disagreement?
Oh, it's with what you were saying about men cheating.
What did I say?
You said that they're exercising their options.
Who?
And that, huh?
What
Men.
group of men?
Oh, sorry, high value men. I've watched a lot of your videos in the past couple of weeks, and I kind of assumed that everybody is.
No, I want to be clear on the argument. I'm not assuming anything because you're coming in here with the conflict or disagreement. I want to understand the conflict or the disagreement so we can get to it.
Okay.
What is the disagreement with high value men don't cheat? They exercise options.
It's just that uh, that kind of implies that they're not disrespecting people, or they're not
They're not.
disrespecting
They're
women
not
in doing that.
disrespecting. They're not disrespecting them.
I
They're not
I
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Do you know any high value men?
not personally, no.
Okay. So what are you basing your opinion on?
Just observations of
Observations of what?
how people are
Okay.
in dating in general.
Okay. And who are you dating?
Well, I was dating people who could be considered high value,
Okay.
like engineers, but I'm
Okay.
not really doing that anymore.
Go ahead. I'll give you 15 seconds to lay this out. They're saying
Okay.
they're not being disrespectful. They're not being disrespectful.
Well, how I see it is that in this game where there's more women than men, more high value men than there are women. My bad.
Excuse me.
Um,
There are more high value men than there are women.
I mean, sorry, I said it right the first time.
Oh,
I get confused sometimes. There are more high value men. There are less high value men than there are women. So in the game of numbers, you're having a lot of people that do marry these guys, but then like, what
you're
about the rest of
making
the women?
so. Why do you?
Well,
Okay, hold on, hold on. First of all, you're all over the place.
sorry, I'm just kind of nervous.
Number one, number two. Do you expect the sexual marketplace to be fair?
No,
So, if you don't want a man who is a high value man who is wanted and desired by most women, go
yeah.
get a lesser man.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, are you in college?
Yeah.
Okay. In the animal kingdom, mammals are males of the species typically monogamous?
No, not
Well,
typically.
then, thank you.
But not all of them are.
That
Not to
does
say.
not that is not and see typically means the majority or more. So just because you can say there are some doesn't disprove the argument. You're not making a compelling case. All you're really basically saying is I don't like it.
Not that I don't like it. It just feels disrespectful to know that there are other women that are just being used because they're like
Being
I said, they're
used.
not. Yeah, because
Who's
are they
being
getting
used?
okay? Like women that aren't in the relationships with the men that are like sleeping with them, like having them as like side chicks or whatever. What happens to them?
They're grown goddamn women. They can choose. They can choose who they deal with. They're grown women, free to make a choice. They can choose what penis enters their body. Can they not?
Yeah.
Then, if they choose they want a high value penis and they are in short supply, that's what they get.
Okay.
See, what I don't do is I don't allow you women to come in here and be victims. I make
Oh.
you be held accountable.
Mhm. No, that's what I like about what you do on your show. Like I respect that. Just was trying to put out there that maybe that's uh something to consider. But
It's nothing to consider.
well then
It is
how about
nothing. It
this?
is nothing to consider. If you want a man who is in the top 10%, 5%, 3%, 1% of men, is the competition extremely tough for those men?
No.
Are you what?
Oh, for the men, not the women. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Are you actively dating?
No.
I can tell
How can you tell?
because you're socially awkward,
Uh,
and this is a theoretical exercise for you.
not.
Yeah, let me go ahead and let you fall
I.
back. Let me go ahead and let you fall back. We're done. Okay. I don't want to do this because it's not going to end up. I mean, ladies, understand something. If you're going to just say I don't like it, you have to be able to make an argument. Try to make an argument. At least try. Uh, Ty, go ahead and mute yourself. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Hi, Chad. Hi, everybody.
Okay, so how old are you?
I'm in my late 40s, and I'm gonna let you know I'm tired from the other day here.
I know who you
Okay.
are. I saw you from the other day.
Okay,
What's your
yes.
disagreement?
My disagreement is when you say that older women, just need to give their coochies away here.
What do you mean give it away?
I mean, pretty much that's what you said. Like nobody would want us.
No, no, no. You're gonna have to tell me exactly what you disagree about what I said. I didn't never say that.
I mean, you're saying older women are like basically we don't have no hope in the dating world here. That's what you said.
No, I don't. See, this
That's
is what I
you
mean.
and you talk
Hold on,
about
ma'am. Hold on, ma'am. You
okay.
ladies are going to have to do much better. I am not going to sit up under an inaccurate argument. What do you think I say about older women
I
and
mean,
their dating options?
like older women, basically older women and overweight women really are average at best. Let me put it like that. Okay.
No,
That's what
no,
you
it's not
say.
okay, ma'am. It's not. That's not what I say. See, how old are you?
I'm in my late 40s.
Okay, in your late
And,
40s.
and
Hold
okay, go
on.
ahead.
No, no, no. In your late
Okay.
40s, you should
Okay.
be able to come in and say, "Mr. Samuels, Kevin, you said this and I disagree with it." Not
Mm-hmm.
this stream of consciousness because you expect me to defend the position I didn't say.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? Or what do you okay? Are you thinking that I'm telling older women? You say they got to give their coochie away. Let's start there.
Okay.
Do you have any children?
I do. I have three.
Have you ever been married?
Yes, I have. I'm a
Uh,
widow.
okay, sorry to hear that. But
Yeah.
three people have come out of your body.
Yes.
All right. So do you think your body is the same prize it was when you were young before you had children?
Of course not. No, of course not.
So what do you mean giving it away?
I mean, pretty much from what I gather, I watched a few of your videos, and from what I'm gathering, you're pretty much saying like the overweight women, even when I watched the other day, like if they're not physically
We're
attractive,
talking. You've
they're
gone from
not.
overweight. See. I talked about older, and you just went to overweight. See, you keep
I mean,
moving.
well, okay.
But if you're older and overweight, I mean, let's be honest, ma'am. What are you
Mm,
holding on to it for? You're lucky somebody even wants to use it.
mm. And that's true, and I agree with that.
So okay,
I,
so
I
what?
agree.
So I got. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna sting a little bit. But I'm 52.
I can
You're in
say
your
it's a little
40s.
bit. Okay.
If you walk down the street and you saw $100 bill and you
Mm,
were busy, you'd been down to pick it up.
right.
If you walk down the street and you saw $50 bill and you were busy, you'd been down to pick it up. If you walk down and saw a 20, a 10, a 5, even a $1 bill. But there is a level of coinage that you would keep on moving. It's probably not a 50-cent piece, might be a quarter, but if it's a
Mm,
dime, you're keeping it moving. If it's a nickel, you're moving. It's a penny, you ain't even blinking. Many of
I
you
agree.
guys got penny pussy thinking you got $100 bills. Sorry. What are you holding on to it for if it's overweight and old?
I mean, in your opinion,
Not my opinion. What value does it have on the market?
I,
What value does an old used vagina have on the market? Over
I mean, when
attached
you
to an
put it like
overweight
that,
body.
like none. Okay,
So, but you got
but
women out here sitting around telling guys you got to wait 90 days, wine me, dine me, you got to
oh,
date me right.
mhm.
See, what I do say is do not go on a date with a man that you are not sexually attracted to. That's what I do
Of
say.
course,
No,
right?
it's not
Of
of course.
course.
That's not of course. That is not of course. It's not of course because I wouldn't have to explain it if it was common sense. You got people like telling folks 90-day rules and carrying on. And for women over 35, that
Mm-hmm.
90-day rule, that's a young woman's rule, not a woman who's had kids.
Mm-hmm.
We're adults. When a man asks you out on a date, he's basically saying, I want to have sex with you. And asking you on a
Mm-hmm.
date is a socially acceptable way of getting in your panties. We're both grown and we know that's what it is. Can we act like it, please?
Mm-hmm.
No, you saying but can we act
No,
like it?
I agree with you. I mean,
So what's the
I
problem? So,
agree with
but
you.
then what are you giving away?
I'm saying from what I gather here, that's just my take on it. Like it seems like basically if like some of the, I've watched a couple of your shows and it seemed like the unattractive women, the obese women, like it feels like, they don't have any value, no matter what the age is.
Well, man, if you call a woman unattractive and obese, I got news for you. She does not have much sexual marketplace value. No different than a man who's short and broke.
True, right?
How come you understand that just like this? But if you describe a woman by your own words as overweight and unattractive, why do you think she has higher value on the sexual marketplace?
Why do I feel like she has? I've never said that.
So what is your ultimate point, man? Because you're kind of all over the place.
So I'm all over the place. So, okay, okay. All right. Okay, Kevin.
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from because it's like, what would you tell a woman who is over 40, overweight, and unattractive, as you would say? What would you tell her about her coochie? What would you tell her about it?
I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't tell no other woman about her coochie. I'm just worried about mine too. Okay? I mean, but we're here now. What would you tell her? I mean, since apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. What you got it for? Kevin. No, this is the show. You came on and said you're telling women who are overweight or older this, that, just get that coochie away. They ain't got no hope on all that. No. From my impressions, from the things that I've watched from you on your platform. Have you watched an entire video from mine? Have you watched an entire live stream from end to end? Yes, I have. The entire 2.5 hour show. No. Well then, ma'am, I got news. I got news for you. I'm sorry, ma'am. No. What you've done is like so many other women do. You come in here on partial information, going off half cocked, and then when you have a chance to say what it is, you can't even make a coherent argument because you haven't watched it. You haven't watched it. Okay. No, man. No, Ty. If you haven't watched one live stream of mine. No, I haven't watched like a 2 hour. I watched it. Well, then what do you then you are getting incomplete information. And see what I'm trying. Well, anyway, okay. Don't have a problem with something that you ain't even listening to. No, and I agree. Look, and Mr. Look, Kevin. Okay, I gotta get to the other folks, but if you haven't watched the show, here's my suggestion. Before you have a disagreement with something, why don't you sit down and watch it from start to finish? Okay. All right. Makes more sense to me. I don't know why people are like, I want to disagree with you, even though I don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right, Darlene. Unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi. Good evening.
Hi. How old are you?
Can you hear me fine?
I can. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Do you have the show going on anywhere else?
No.
Okay. What's your disagreement?
Okay, hold on, because I wrote my conflict down. And this goes back to the exploring options topic.
Okay.
So I am conflicted with, is there a direct correlation between exploring options and being transparent with your partner? So I don't remember which show it was, but I remember there was a young woman on the show and she spoke about her partner being honest with her about, like, her issue was the fact that
I know what you're talking about. She said that he lied.
Right.
And I asked her, did you make an environment to where your partner could to be honest with you? And according to her, she said, I did. Then but I challenged her and said, "Well, ma'am, people don't lie if they feel like they can tell the truth."
Okay. Okay, so then that brings me to my next point. I know you say that women should already go into the situation with the idea, if you're with a high value man, that he's going to explore his options, or he has the option to do so, the
Mm-hmm.
choice to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, like I'll just paint the picture for you. I'm currently in a relationship with a high value man. It's only been a little over a month, so we're still relatively new.
Is it high value by the way I would define it?
Yes,
Okay.
in all categories.
Okay.
But I guess my issue is when we were dated, like in the dating stage, we spoke about relationships, and he did say that, you know, I choose not to cheat. I don't cheat. But I don't know. I feel as though I'm still going into it with the mindset of if you cheat, whatever.
Okay.
But is there a correlation between, okay, going into it and assuming
I don't understand.
okay,
I don't understand the question.
is there a correlation in going into the situation with the mindset of he has the choice to explore his options and also wanting him to be transparent? Or is that just a battle? Like he may never be honest with you.
So you basically what you're basically a long way of asking me is if you're gonna cheat, tell me about it.
Yeah. Or
No.
should I just let it go?
No, absolutely not. Because as soon as he tells you about it, you're gonna have to do something. Why should he burden you with that?
Oh, Kevin.
Because you're nosy and you're a busybody. So stop dealing with high value men and go get a guy who you don't respect.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Well, then stop being a nosy busybody.
All right, Kevin.
I'm just saying, okay, so here's what you want him to do. You want him to come disrupt his happy home and say, hey, by the way, Darlene, I'm nailing a chick that you would never find out about. I've covered all my tracks. She's got something to lose. I'm not going to bring home any outside babies, no diseases. I'm not putting anything in jeopardy. It's just a thing. But because you need to know, I'm going to be transparent and tell you this is what I'm doing. Have a good night. You mean to tell me you're going to sleep the sleep of the just? You mean you're not going to sit around and ask him 50, 11 million questions? You mean to tell me you're not going to start going through his Facebook and this and that? You're going to start. That's a bunch of damn problems. Your ladies are do your job. You should have enough on your plate to be running your life and doing what you're supposed to be doing on your duty, respect, responsibility, and everything else. Why you need to be figuring out what he's doing?
Okay, well, maybe not case by case, but up front, and just like how I can't remember which show you did, but you said when you get involved with somebody, you're going to let them know, hey, just putting it out there.
Oh, they're going to already know. Do you not think people see me on this show? They all know. And you know what? I got news for you. They watch the programs and they're like, what do you... I know women who deal with men like this, and they're like, I don't see what the problem is. As long as you don't bring home any outside baby disease, this. Because those women are realistic. They understand that as picky as I am, and as much as I'm asking for, as long as you're respecting home. And the thing is, how old are you? 29? How old are you? You muted yourself. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Go back to the 70s. The cleanup man, the cleanup woman. There women used to make songs say, you may have him for a night, but I got him for a lifetime.
Well, yeah, you're right.
So women who move like you are control. You want to be in control of a man.
I don't, Kevin. I really
Well, then
don't.
why are you looking for? Then why are you okay? Do you need to know every potential terrorist plot? Do you need to know every life? Do you need to know every meteorite or comet that misses the Earth? Do you need to know everything that could have possibly killed you in a day? Do you need to know that from your government? Do you need to know that from? Then go on about your life, or get a man who ain't nobody checking for, and you can have him all to yourself. He can be as transparent as cellophane, as Saran wrap.
Okay. No, I really appreciate you, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna just let it go.
Or
Forget it. It's not, it
you
doesn't
could
matter.
choose, or you could choose to say, hey man, because here's the thing, ladies can make, you can sit down, you can make arrangements, agreements, but after that, he has to be free to do what he needs to do. And if it's
Right.
not causing problems at home, you really might want to check why you need to know.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye bye. See, that's what it comes down to. A lot of women realize that they're like, damn, I am a control freak. I'm trying to control everything. All right. I know, right? 29. 29 plus 10. 29. All right. If you're not on camera, when you come into the Zoom room, you will get gone. I will be picking you from the photos. This dude has a name of, yeah, dude. Yeah, home dude, you got to go. No men allowed. Pew, you go away. Okay. I will go to Lynn. All right, Lynn. Go ahead.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I am well. How old are you?
Oh, I'm old. I'm 47.
Okay, what's your disagreement?
So I would call it more of a conflict than a disagreement.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying. There's a lot of validity in a lot of the things that you say. My conflict or my question is, are you taking into account? So when you give your age ranges, 18 to, I'm not accurate on all these, 18 to 25 is this, 26 to
regarding what,
31
man? Regarding what,
is
man?
all that. So the
Regarding your
conflict is
age
when
ranges,
you,
regarding what?
well, ideal age. What's the other one you give? The 20, the where you have to be the laser focus.
The danger zone,
The danger
27 to
zone, and then
35.
it's
Okay.
yeah, and then it's no man's land and so forth.
Okay.
So you're saying the ideal ages for a woman, if they want a high value man, seem to be somewhere around the ages of 20 to 30. That is very young in American culture,
No, it's
particularly
not. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's young in Black America. No, what it's young is in Black America. Let's be honest.
Okay, and I was about to say, particularly in Black America.
Well, it's not. No, it's young in Black America. It's not young in American culture. Because if you, I'm 52, and when I was in my 20s, when we was partying up in our 20s, white people after college for the first 4 years after college, white women were going to weddings every goddamn summer.
Okay, so here's my question for you. In order for, say, a 20, 21, 25-year-old to have the mentality, the maturity, and the mental concept to know what it's like to deal with a high-value male, how common do you think that is in 20-something-year-old Black American females?
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Your presupposition is that you, that woman can go out between the ages of 21 and 30 and go find something of value that she's going to bring to that man. I've already answered this question many times. What are you going to go gain in experience out there on the open marketplace outside of increasing your trauma and body count? Thank you. That's why you go from your father's house to your husband's house, because you leave from one provider to another. You have to come with the basic skills, and then you are being customized for your man. Ain't nothing you can learn about your high value man with your low value cock carousel riding.
You're cutting out on some parts.
My point is, in Black America, Black women have such a fear of losing their independence in their youth that you wait too long to get married. And you can't tell me what of value you or a young woman is going to learn on the dating marketplace that she's going to bring to a so-called high value man.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's the majority, in my experience, the majority of, let's say, your typical young 20-something, mid 20-something-year-old Black woman has not learned a lot.
Good. She also has learned a bunch of bad habits either. This is why you look at it. True. And this is why you look. This is why you look at what men with money pick after they have their money. Men worldwide, culture-wide, when they have money, after they have money, if they get away from their wife, what do they pick? They don't go pick an older woman typically. They go pick a young woman. Why? Because young women still have hope. Shout out to Minister Jap. I'm going to use something. He's like, there ain't no hope in an old broad. He didn't use the word broad. He used another word. But the sentiment is the same.
So for example, when you say high value men cheat.
No, I don't say high value men cheat. I say high value men exercise options.
Or high value men exercise options.
Yep.
So I think it would be easier for a 35 or 45-year-old woman to recognize that and know how to deal with it versus, let's say, a 21 or 25.
I'm sorry. I date women in that age range, and I would tell you it's not. You don't date them.
It's common?
You don't. No. See, this is what. See, there's your theory, and then there's high value men who actually do it. I don't just pull this shit out of my ass.
Okay, so you have experienced that's a common mindset in 20-somethings?
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
Yes. I don't really typically date women over 30. Heck, when I was on the No Jumper podcast, they're like, "Hey, how you doing? Million views." They saw the woman I came into the No Jumper podcast with. She wasn't. So the point is, you need to ask yourself, a man who is a high earner, high achiever, driven, purpose driven, what is an older woman typically going to? Older women typically have more opinions about how things should be done versus being able to take direction. A 30-plus-year-old woman, unless she was raised in a traditional kind of way, is more likely a professional and this and that, and she wants to be. Well, wait a minute. Versus, let's answer you the question. Have you ever been married?
No.
Oh, why not? It's certainly not because you're not attractive.
Different reasons.
Yeah, okay. Because you know why most women don't get married? Because they don't know how to say yes.
No, I'm not comparing older women to younger women.
Well, younger women know how to say yes.
Okay.
Older women always say maybe.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
What my question and my conflict was, how many it seems like it's a lot to ask of a young woman.
Why? Now let me ask you a question. Why does this matter if you're not? Why does this matter to you? I'm curious about that.
Just intellectual curiosity.
All right, but
it seems like.
No. I have some questions. I have some questions too, though.
Okay.
Did you ever want to get married?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you not choose to get married in your youth?
Lots of different reasons.
Give me. No. Give me one or two.
Okay. One reason is I was heavily involved in studies in school. And another reason is the people who seem to be interested in that, I wasn't interested in them in that type of way.
You can't make this shit up. So why are non-Black women who are heavily invested in their career or academics, why can non-Black women seem to still get married at double or triple the rates, but Black women automatically, academics seems to be, or careers seems to be such an impediment?
Yeah, perhaps different, just cultural and
No,
upbringing.
it's called a matriarch.
Cultural.
It's called a matriarchy. And you guys are so busy challenging, saying no, trying to lead, trying to partner versus follow.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with the difference
So
in different
the bottom
cultures or
line,
and age brackets.
what's happening, younger women are seeing women your age who have had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get with suitable man, not partner with them. And younger women are saying they don't want to hear anything from you 40 plus year old women because you got no results to show them.
I'm not arguing or disagreeing with any of
I know
that.
you're not, but
I'm,
that's what's going
that
on.
all makes
Okay, ma'am,
sense.
I didn't say you are, but that's what's going on. So
Okay, I
while this
agree
may be
with
a
that.
theoretical thing for you, people are actually practically making decisions. If a woman wants to be married and have children, by what age would you tell her she needs to start prioritizing marriage and kids?
I would say late 20s,
Late 20s. What does that mean?
26, 26.
26. For how many children?
Mm, 2, 3. Depends on how often, depends
Okay,
on how
and by what age should she panic?
panic.
Yes, panic.
I would say 32,
The
32,
danger zone.
33.
Danger zone!
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Danger zone. And if a man is going to be able to provide the resources required to have a family of 3 and to have a wife that doesn't have to work to pay significant bills, by what age will a man make, well, roughly by what age range would a man make that kind of money?
I would say at best early to mid 40s.
45 to 55. So the man hits his financial stride. So a woman at 26 who should be start prioritizing marriage should be looking for a man 45 to 55. See, you agree with me.
I do. I agree with quite a
So
bit of what you say. Yes.
so a year or two on either side of it, ultimately it comes down to there's nothing that a woman who wants to be married and have kids really needs to get from the open dating market. The only thing that is out there is danger, not possible trauma and damage. It is better to go ahead and know what you want and go after that versus date a bunch of people, have a bunch of random sexual experiences, and incur more trauma because
So,
that is not going to be any value to the man, the kind and caliber man most women say they want.
how many of the early 20 something women that you know and date know themselves well enough at
They don't.
that age to
I'm
know what
gonna
you
tell you
just
something
said?
right now. They don't need to. They find out from their men. See, you keep talking about knowing yourself, knowing yourself, knowing yourself. What was Eve's job in the garden? To do what Adam said. To follow, not to know herself. She didn't have to go. God didn't put Adam to sleep so he could go on a journey of self-discovery with Eve. What are you talking about? That's this modern womanist feminist notion. And that may work perfectly well for you. But you know what? That'll lead to a life of what? What does that lead to a life of?
I'm a PhD.
That's what it leads to.
Okay, well, you've
Burial.
answered my question.
And that's the thing. And if that's what you choose, and that's what makes you okay, but at our age, you know that there are far more women who are miserable in the late 40s and 50s because they don't have these careers. They have jobs. They've squandered their youth, their time, and now they're staring down the barrel of the next 20 to 25 to 30 years by themselves. And I can't change that. I can't change that. But what we can do is tell people who are younger than us the mistakes we made.
We can.
And one of them is telling younger women to start focusing on marriage younger. Not young, but younger. And in the black community, most black women don't start thinking about marriage until after 30, when it should be around 23 or 24.
And then what? But by the time you are 23,
okay,
or
I got to get to the
24,
next one. We've gone around and around about that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
We've gone around and about that one. There's never going to be enough reasoning for an older woman that's going to just be like, well, these women got to know themselves. They got to know themselves. You don't need to know nothing like that. Understand something. Anytime women say they want a provider, prophet, priest, well, that means you're going to have someone who is going to basically, any man will tell you that your woman needs to be kind of customized to you. You can't go from Darren over to me and expect what to work for him to work for me. All right, we're going to go to the next one. We got to keep these shorter. So get to you. We're going to have next Susan. Susan, what's your disc? Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Customized to you.
Hi there.
Hi. How old are you?
Yes,
I'm well.
I'm ready. How are you?
I said, how old are you?
I am 54 and proud of it.
Okay. Congratulations.
Disagreement?
Sure.
Okay. For the most part, I don't disagree with a lot of what I've heard you say over the past, few weeks. I've been watching your videos, but there was something from the first lady that spoke earlier this evening when she was talking about being over 40 and she was kind of in different places. But you made a statement that says, we should be lucky that someone wants to use your P word that you used. And what I disagree with about that is if I take the position that says, I should be lucky that someone wants it, that means that I have already taken a position to devalue myself. That if
okay, man, what is the okay? Please, okay, ladies, what I need is to get to the point, please. I don't want you to. No, ma'am. Really, you're not. I mean, look at the other women and look. No. But you need to get to it. Look at the other women in the Zoom call. I appreciate you're proud and everything else. Please get to the point.
The point is that I, as a woman over 40, if I was in the dating circle, I should not have to take a position to be proud that someone wants me after that age.
Well, first of all, you're being disingenuous because that is not what I said. That is not even what that. No. Nope. That's not what I said. First of all, she said a woman that was no. Now, I'll tell you how this is going to go. I allowed you to go on for 30, 45 seconds to say nothing.
That wasn't true.
Now you say nothing. See, what happens is you older women come over here and you half-ass listen like the first older woman who had not watched one broadcast of mine could not tell me what her disagreement was with what I said. And if you go back and watch this, Miss Susan, you will find out that that older woman was agreeing with everything that I was saying. So what I said, she even agreed with. That you can't expect a woman who is overweight, older, and unattractive to have high sexual marketplace value. So you can call it whatever you want to. You can be as proud as you want to. But even that woman you're referencing agreed with me.
There we go.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir. I did hear.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that you were misrepresenting the point that she made?
If that is your experience of what I said,
it's not my experience, ma'am. This is recorded. I'm not crazy. I do this every night. I listen exceptionally well.
Do I have the opportunity to finish?
Well, no. You have the opportunity to not overtalk me. I've let you talk, ma'am. What is your other
talking you?
All right, we go on down to the next point. All right, look at that right there. This is what you get: a bunch of angry older women who are not even sitting around, not even talking about the point. They want to come tell you what you said. Let me tell you what you said. Can't even control yourself. And I'm 54 and proud of it. Okay, get to the point. Well, let me go ahead and give a sermon. Yeah. You can watch how the rest of the panel works. We're gonna give you a nap. We're gonna put you in timeout, okay? Somebody bring her some chocolate milk. Somebody bring Nene some chocolate milk. All right. Brittany. Go ahead. So, how are
Good
you?
evening, Kevin. I'm great. How are you? Happy
Good. How old are
Friday.
you? Thank you.
I'm 32, so I'm right at the end of the danger zone.
All right. So what's your disagreement or conflict?
So my disagreement, I've been watching you for the last 6 weeks or so. My disagreement is about the high value guys actually wanting those 20, 25-year-olds, because when I was 22, I definitely I put myself out there. I did date a few high value gentlemen, but they did not stick around, and I was completely open with the philosophy. I'm definitely
So the
open
disagreement is that high value men don't want younger women?
Yeah.
Well, ma'am, hold on. Do they not want younger women, or did they not want you?
So that's a great question. I've reconciled that with myself because I was everything that you've listed before. Like, I'm very domesticated or whatever. I did not have an issue with them exercising their options. I actually preferred that.
Okay. Hold on. So in the relationship, so let's assume everything you're saying is there. How many men are we talking about?
It was a total of three. Three of them.
Three. And of the three men, who ended the relationships?
I don't know. I think I dissolved them in a sense.
Okay. So hold on. Three so-called high value men.
Yes.
That you put yourself out there for, yada, yada, yada. But you ended the relationships.
Yes. And I think it's important. Two of the three were not Black. So I don't know if that.
Okay. Not really relevant, but your ultimate point is high value men don't want younger women.
Exactly. That's my point. And
well, they do. They do. And all you have to do is look at observable reality. Now, your anecdotal lived experience may tell you something different, but that's just it.
Okay.
You look at you really want to know what a man wants? Look at what he does after he gets some money. That's who they pick. So why do men with money or means, if after their first marriage or their relationship breaks up, why do they typically tend to go with younger women?
That's a great question. I'm wondering, do you think it's the sense of like the younger
women? But do they do that though?
I mean, yes, I guess records.
No. Yes, yeah. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, they do.
All right, then. So that right there refutes your point.
Okay, so then let me pivot this because
I got to get to the next person. I got plenty of conflict. So you guys get one conflict, but your conflict is just because it didn't work out for you, but according to you, you left these men anyway.
Right. Okay.
Why is a woman who wants to be? There are all kind of questions I can ask, but y'all don't really stay anything long enough to know what's supposed to work because you're going from one situation to another. When are y'all gonna grow some roots instead of a bunch of damn branches?
Is it too late? I mean,
and that's your number one. That's a number one problem too, because I asked last night, at what age do you folks start running out of options? Well, guess what? You're 10 years older than you were at 22. Yes, you do run out of options.
That's right.
There's always a newer model coming off the rook, and the danger zone is real. At 35, you reach geriatric pregnancy. That's not my term. And if high value men or men with means tend to want younger women, you've crossed over past the wall. So yes, it can get to be too late if you folks act like you got infinite options. Let's be honest, ladies. Men aren't leaving you guys. Most of the time, y'all are leaving your relationships. That's why I called you high value home wreckers.
That's
you wreck your own homes and then blame the men for being gone. Well, stop leaving. All right, thank you. Let's get on down to the next person. So this whole notion that high value men don't want younger women, we're going to go to, okay, people got their hand up. CY77, go ahead, unmute yourself. Yeah. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi, what's your first name?
Karina.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 35.
What's your disagreement?
I actually disagree with everything you say.
Okay, well, you have to pick one. And this
Okay.
is not a time for grandstanding. Pick one.
Let's start with the valuation of a human being.
Okay, well,
There is no value.
hold on, ma'am. Hold on.
You asked if
Oh,
value
no, you can't. See, first of all,
off me.
understand something.
Okay.
You cannot overtalk me. You cannot like what I say, ma'am.
Trying to make my point.
Okay, that won't work. I'm going to give it one more shot.
Okay.
Because, ma'am, you are welcome to leave. You don't have to be here. But while you're here, you will have to work according to the platform. Because I'm worried about an audience. You're worried about your point of view. Do we rank human beings in the world?
Can I answer now?
Yes, you can answer that question. Do we rank human beings in this world?
In this world, we ranked human beings since slavery. That's a problem. And because of the fact that you don't see
Since
it,
slavery. Okay, since slavery.
not to cut you off.
Okay, hold on. You're not going to proselytize. What is a GPA?
A GPA is a grade point average. I had
It's also a ranking. It's also a ranking.
What
Yes or no? Is it a ranking?
It is a ranking in school.
What is private, corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, colonel, general? What are those?
Those are hierarchies in Western society.
So rankings and hierarchies exist in the world.
In Western society,
they exist in all worlds. It's no. This is where Jordan Peterson talk. This is where Jordan Peterson comes along and talks about the lobster. So women like this have a problem with structure. You got a problem with structure, rankings. That's not. You got a conflict. Wrong platform for you. I wish you all the best. Just don't come back. You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. You really don't. And I'm not going to try to change your mind. But if you actually have a problem with rankings, academically ranked, we rank everything. And women rank men. You rank men based upon their height, their income, their ability to provide, their level of attractiveness, social, sexual prowess. So y'all can knock it off with how unfair it is to rank women. The real problem is most women don't like where they rank. If you don't like where you rank, now, why did I do that? Because when someone's coming on with the energy, they're just going to blow through and say what they want to say. You don't need my platform. You can go to your platform for that. You don't want to have a conversation. You want to talk about slavery and hierarchies and this and that. This is not that platform. I rank people because it's realistic. And now, ma'am, I rank people because it's realistic. What's the next problem you have? You can unmute yourself, but if you want to have a conversation, but you cannot say that I do something that's not done everywhere else.
When you allow me the opportunity to speak, it will become a conversation. So I'm waiting for you to give me that chance.
Rankings exist, ma'am. What's the next problem?
I'm not discrediting that.
What's the next problem?
What I'm saying is that, I have many, but we can get off.
Well, you don't. Well, you don't have, but I don't have. But I got plenty of people. So
is the fact that you devalue.
All right. I devalue. Yep, I devalue women. I rank women. You're right, and I'm not gonna stop. If you've ever been to a modeling agency, to get on the runway, they rank you. Miss America, beauty pageants, like it or not, Cosmo, most beautiful people. See, y'all got a problem with reality. And you're going to try to make me have you devalue women. No. You devalue women. All righty. Well, we're going to keep on ranking. Because until y'all stop ranking men, until y'all start accepting men who work at fries at McDonald's and giving them full submission, y'all can miss me with that. Go ahead, Khadijah.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay. What's your disagreement or conflict?
Okay, so earlier this week, my friends and I were watching a live, and it was
Okay.
with a girl. I think she was like 29 years old, and she said she was married, and a beta male had like told her her husband was cheating,
Yep.
and then she ended up divorcing him.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you were telling her, like, you should go back to your husband, like, try to work it out. To a sense, I am Christian, so I do think, like, I've never been married, but I hope to be married and engaged by the end of this year. But I do think marriages deserve a second chance if she felt that way. I know she said she just kind of deaded it, but she said that she was paying half the bills. She was kind of unhappy.
So what's the disagreement?
You deemed him a high value man.
I didn't deem him high value man. I said, was he successful? She said he was successful and attractive. I didn't deem him high value.
Okay, well then I guess I needed to see clarity on that.
Yeah, I didn't deem him high value. I said, is your husband successful? Yes. Is he attractive? Yes. But did you also hear when she said, when I asked her, if he had Jeff Bezos' money, would you have turned a blind eye? She said he didn't have Jeff Bezos' money. Yeah. So y'all got all that morality, but that very woman said that there's a number where she turned a blind eye.
We heard it. Yeah, we heard it. We were watching it. It was like a group of my friends and I.
So if you're a Christian, I grew up in a Christian family. You know how often Big Mama and Big Daddy was cheating on one another? We found out about it after we buried them. Mm-hmm. Why do we act like we're the first group of people that ever had to deal with people?
No,
I mean, I'm just saying we, not you, me. I'm just saying we. Women today are so like snowflakes about everything. You're just quick to be offended, and if you don't get everything you want, I'm like, well, man, okay, well, buy a dog and die alone, because can't nobody do all that. Women walk away from relationships more than men. So do you have any other conflict or anything else I can clear for you? Or is that it?
Only that you said that men don't want nurses. And I was like, what? Really?
Well, I know. No. I didn't say men don't work nurses. What I say is nurses are some of the professions that high value men avoid. And there are specific reasons for that. One, because modern nurses are far more, you're not the same. You're not Florence Nightingale. Number one, your work hours are atypical. And unfortunately, there's a whole, I didn't just pull that out of my butt though. Polling and suggesting what a lot of men, they typically, lawyers, nurses, psychologists, hairstylists, massage therapists, actresses, some other platforms, some other things I'm missing. Hey, I mean, how many nurses do you know who are married?
I'm a nurse, so I know quite a few, but.
Okay. But if you went back 70 years ago and looked at the nurses then, you would probably see a lot of them were married.
Yes.
What nursing does today is nursing is a profession that young women can get into, and they can make more than the average black man. A lot of nurses can make in excess of $60,000, $70,000 a year in their early 20s. In order for men to make that, you have to go into science, engineering, technology, and math. If they don't go into those things, men can't typically perform at that level unless they become a nurse, and those two things don't work. Even a female hairstylist in their 20s can make upwards of six figures. A barber cannot. It comes down to, it's not just me picking on stuff. There's a reason for these things. Lastly, if you look at the amount of, especially, it's even more pronounced in the black community. I mean, it's growing in other sectors, but in our community, with the sheer amount of women who are in healthcare, CNA, such and so forth, you would think it would make it easier because of the so-called flexible schedule and everything else like that. But where are most of these women working? You're not working in areas that are populated by these kind of men. You got to go where the work is. And if a men in your area are working, making $40,500 and you're making $70,000, most nurses are not willing to go back or decrease their standard of living. So it's not that I was just saying it. It was based in some realities. So, all right. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, You know, I give it to what's her name? She said, you know, hey, if he's making the kind of money Jeff Bezos is making, I'd go back. Bobby T. Come on. Okay, you got your hand up, but you're sitting back just chilling. Who's been up here? iPhone is next. She's been here for a minute. Then Annette, you're gonna go next. Go ahead, iPhone. I don't know what your name is.
My name is Maisam.
Say again, please.
Maisam.
Okay, is my son?
Yeah, I joined in and I got kicked out because my
Okay.
camera apparently.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Okay, what's your conflict or your disagreement?
My conflict and disagreement is actually with the women that have been coming before me. I come from a culture.
You have a disagreement with the women?
Yeah, I come from a culture.
Okay, hold on. I can't. That's not this broadcast. I'm dealing with women who have a conflict with what I'm saying because I can't let you go with the women, especially not being a black woman. That would not be cool. I can't allow you to come in here and go at black women. That ain't gonna work. Y'all don't get those kind of privileges. Okay, you got your hand up, but you're sitting back just chilling.
I am.
Yeah. You want to try that again? Now, if you want to be a part of the broadcast, you're gonna have to come forward. I don't know what you're sipping on or drinking on, but the lady Bobby, either you get on or I'm going to the next person. She's sitting over there. She's drinking on some moonshine or some shit. Go ahead, Annette. You got to unmute yourself. I am.
Good morning, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Good. What's your disagreement? Well, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 50 years old.
All right. So have you been on before?
No.
What's your conflict?
I did try to come on once about a week ago, but I didn't get to speak.
What's your disagreement?
So my disagreement is on the 3-date rule for sexual intercourse.
Okay.
The advice for the women.
Okay.
And the disagreement I have is that advice is potentially quite dangerous for younger ladies who
okay. So what when I say 3 dates, what do I mean?
Well, you explained it that the 3 dates don't necessarily have to be in the same week, but that if a woman finds a man attractive, she shouldn't be accepting a date. So there is that premise that she should find him attractive. And that when they go for dates, they could spread the dates out. So, and you said it could be spread out over a month or 2. But I still feel that even if they spread it out over 2 months, it's not enough for you to know, especially if you're in a relationship.
Know what?
To know whether that man is really relationship minded, number one.
Hold on. First of all, you got to say what I said. A woman should not go out with a man on date number 1 if she's not attracted to him. Find him sexually attractive, but you should not go on date number 2 if you would not have sex with him. So by date number 3, see, what I'm presuming is I'm dealing with reasonable adults. Now, you can say that a woman may want to know if he's relationship material or not relationship material. Due respect, ma'am, you're injecting your standards on. Not everybody's looking for a relationship. But do you understand that from a man's standpoint, women play lots of games? There was was the New York Post or New York Times wrote an article last summer. 1 out of 3 women surveyed admitted to accepting a dinner date or higher with a man that they had no sexual attraction to. Where do those men get their money and time and their feelings back? Where do they get all that back? So, due respect, a man asks a woman out on a date, Annette, because he wants to have sex with her. It's the socially acceptable way of me telling you, hey, I like to have sex with you. That's what it means. And I assume that we're adults and we understand what it means. If you don't want to have sex with them, cool. Then don't accept this date. If you want a relationship with this guy, talk to him on the phone. But here's the thing: a man will cut off his non-sexual time and attention with a woman who's not fulfilling her side of the contract, her side of the deal. There has to be a.
Can I respond?
Well, yeah, because at what point do you think a woman should have sex with a man that she's attracted to?
I think when she's ready, but please, I was reading Women's Health just to make sure that it's not me feeling bad. So in Women's Health, it says that when a woman has sex with a man, she releases oxytocin, which makes her feel the hormones.
I get it. I know what it is.
Makes her feel more connected and more emotionally invested. But men don't have that.
No, that's not true. That's not true. We just don't have as much.
Okay, but they release dopamine. Men can have sex with no feelings. Now, if we go back to what you said before about
what age? When, man? When?
I think once they both agree on the relationship goals and both agree to be exclusive, and the man knows he wants to be exclusive.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that, ma'am. Good luck with that. There's a video on my channel right now. A woman in Canada who tried that, and she went out with a guy for a month or some change, and he cut it off. Ma'am, you're 50, and aren't you married?
I have 4 children and a
Thank you. But you're not out here dating. So I know who you are. But you need to sit back and watch because you're not in this. You don't know how this works. You're a woman out of time.
I mean, I have a daughter.
No, ma'am. I'm trying to be polite about this, but you're married and a grandmother. You're a woman out of time. We're dealing with sexually active adults. And you acted, and the way you're speaking is though women are the only ones who are risking something here. I reject that 100%. You talk about a woman's ability to bond and this and that, but you haven't said a damn thing about a woman abusing or taking a man's time, resources, and attention. And him.
That's wrong.
Well, it happens every day, ma'am. And the thing is, men are saying that, look, if you're not going to put out, we're not going out. And that's cool.
Not to do it.
Okay. Well, there's really not. I mean, here's the thing, man. And like it or not, people are having sex before they're going out right now. So it's not like sex is hard to get like at our age where people waited. People are actually having sex before they go on a date. It's called Tinder. They swipe left, Netflix and chill, swing by the house. There are people who actually right now will say, I won't go out on a date with a woman until I had sex with her. So I got to move on to the next one because that we're not going to agree on that one. But ladies, understand something. When a man asks you out on a date, he's asking you to have sex. If you don't want to have sex with him, don't go out with him. Let's see. Boba. Where's this woman? Hello. She been drinking? All right, Maya, go ahead. And then we're going to go to Ala and Kimberly and Brittany. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Maya. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
29.
What's your disagreement?
The fact that you think that high value men can't be faithful.
I didn't say they can't be faithful. When did I ever say that?
Well, when you're saying that high value men don't cheat, but they have options, what does that mean?
Exactly what it says. High value men don't cheat. They exercise options. But when did I ever say that high value men can't be faithful?
So then explain to me what you mean.
No. Don't question me and tell me to explain something to you until you tell me where I said what you said. Or you admit that you.
That's what I took from it.
Okay, well, ma'am, due respect, I have been extremely clear. I've said it multiple times. There's several videos out on it. I've even did a live stream on Instagram. Ma'am, I said high value men don't cheat. they exercise options. I'll be really clear with you again too. Ma'am, if you or a woman like yourself wants a high value man, it will be in your best interest to accept the fact that high value man may decide to exercise one of those options. And if that's not something you don't want to deal with, then it might be in your best interest to not consider high value men. Go get a man lesser who more women aren't necessarily attracted to, and then deal with what comes along with that.
Okay, that was just like my opinion on it and what I thought that you meant by that. So,
Well, there are plenty of men who don't cheat, but it's a choice.
absolutely, I agree.
But you also ask yourself the question: in mammals, are the male of the species typically monogamous?
I mean, depends. Every person is different.
In mammals,
Yeah.
mammals, not male or female. The mammals, warm-blooded animals that have a gestation period internally, are the males of the species typically monogamous?
The male is species. And most mammals, no.
Exactly. So men who have, and then the higher ranking a male is, the more sexual options he has, even in the animal kingdom.
Okay.
Why is this? So why is that troubling to you?
Because my question or what is I feel I'm on the same caliber as these men.
Oh, you feel like you're on the same. Okay, say it again. You feel as though you're on the same caliber as these men?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So sometimes it's hard for me to like shut off and just like let a man take control.
How old are you again?
29.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, absolutely.
You want children? And why do you think you're on the same caliber of a man who's a high value man? Please explain. I'm dying to hear this.
Okay. I think I'm a high value woman as well. I bring a lot to the table. And I think a high value man will respect a high value woman.
What do you bring to the table?
What do I bring to the table? I'm not an airhead. I'm smart. I'm educated. I have morals.
Hold on. You're smart.
I'm educated. I'm loving.
Okay. You're smart. You're educated. Okay.
I'm loving. I'm caring. I mean, I honestly want someone to match me.
So why aren't you married?
I don't know, honestly.
How many high value men are actively vetting you to be their wife?
What does that mean?
If you're all these things and you match high value men, then it stands to reason. If you want to be married, I'm asking you how many high value men are vetting you, interviewing you, considering you to be their wife.
Interviewing?
Yes.
I mean, dating or interviewing?
However you want to play the word game, man.
I don't know what that word means, but I'm saying dating. Dating. That's what I'm answering that question. I don't know interviewing what that means.
How many high value men are considering asking you to marry them?
At least 2.
But at 29, it has yet to happen.
No, it has happened. I didn't say yes the first time, so.
Okay, and that man was not a significant. Well, see. Okay. You ladies are interesting to me because it's in one breath, you're on the level of a high value man, but you're dating a man that's a lower value than you because if he was at higher value, you would have accepted his proposal.
Can you explain what you mean? I don't understand exactly.
Basic math. If a man who you felt had a higher value or esteem proposed to you, you would have accepted. See, what I believe is you have I believe you may have a healthy estimation of yourself, and that's fine. Maybe because you're more attractive than most. But let me ask your boyfriends or relationships. In your relationship, your last relationship was how long?
3 years.
Who ended it?
I did.
Why?
He was cheating. That's why
And
I
was
said
he a high value man?
it was high value, and I'm high value too.
Oh yeah, well, see, apparently not high enough. See, that's the point. And here's the thing: if you want a high value man and you want him to remain monogamous, good luck with that. You can be as high value. You can be as high value as you believe, but you're still lower value than a man.
That's not nice.
That's the truth.
But that's not nice. Why
Well,
can't
the queen is the king's wife.
Exactly. So why can't I be the queen of the castle?
That's what's wrong with you modern feminist women. And guess what? The older you get, the more you can push this thing. But the pretty will go away. At 29, you don't have anybody actively really vetting you that you want. So with all this attitude and bravado, I would assume that with all this attitude and bravado, any man of any real high value would not tolerate it from you. Simply will not. They won't tolerate a woman that's as full of herself as you are. They'll hook up with you. They'll smash. But wed? No, thank you.
No, I didn't say that. But why can't a woman be strong on her own and then find a
You
man?
you can do all that. Be strong on your own, die alone. You're welcome to it. You can be strong on your own and die alone, man. You can do whatever you want to. But what you can't do is be equal to a man because we're different.
Okay. So can I ask you another question?
Well, see if you can accept. Why do modern women think you're equal to men when you are just living in the world that we built? The freedoms you have today are because of men.
What you're saying.
The freedoms women have today are because men gave them to you. And even the man you were with for 3 years cheated on you.
Okay.
Because he had options. Did it mean he didn't love you? Is that what you think?
No.
So why'd he do it?
That's a question only he can answer. I don't
know.
No,
It's a question because he could.
Mm-hmm.
And 200 or 300 years ago, women understood men enough to realize that, guess what? It's just a thing. Guess how many have you heard women on my platform who are married who say, I give him all the love and he could want and plus some. And I ask the question, but do you ever catch him masturbating? Does he still masturbate? Yeah. That's cheating with his hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you want a man to be monogamous, you know what you're going to need to get, man?
What?
A lesser value man. Somebody who pedestalizes you and treats you like the queen you believe yourself to be. But that man you will not respect. The kind of men that you will respect and want,
I don't date someone lesser than who I am.
Well, I wish you the best, but here's the thing. Here's one true reality. That the older women get, the lesser options you tend to have.
I know. I heard you say that last night.
It's not me. It's just life. And if you want to get married and have children,
so then tell me what I need to do.
Well, first of all, you need some humility.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, maybe not say that, Kevin. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Please tell the truth.
No, I have no problem with telling the truth. There's just no reason to say it. You don't come across. No. I'm good.
Okay.
See, you can't even check. You lack humility, young lady. See, women like this woman suffer from pretty privilege, pretty professional privilege problems. Even looking this way, okay, well, tell me, well, this and that. Well, let me direct you at 29 years old. That shit don't work. I'm doing this because I'm making content off of it. But I'll tell you what you need. Honestly, no disrespect, and I'm taking you off camera, so it's not so personal. Therapy. You have a very high estimation of yourself. That's fine. You should think well of yourself. But the kind and caliber of men that you consider yourself available for have options. And if at your youngest a man cheated on you, I can't change that. And I'm not going to, hold on. And this isn't a back and forth session with you and I. So I get it. A lot of women don't like this point, but I can't really change it. I can't really change this fact that a lot of women don't like this point. A lot of you ladies don't like the fact that the very kind and caliber of men that you want are wanted by other men. I mean, wanted by other women. They are wanted. If your man is wanted by other women, including you, why do you think? Go ahead, Brittany Taylor. Go ahead and unmute yourself. And next, Aaliyah, and then Kimberly. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 32.
What's your disagreement?
So my disagreement is that, sorry, I'm like slightly nervous, but anyways, my disagreement is that high value men, the fact that cheating is being equated to exercising options.
What do you want to call it?
Cheating.
It's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's not cheating if you know that it's likely going to happen. When a lion has sex with another lioness in the pride, is he cheating on the other one? No.
So my kind of guess, my understanding of that is that, sure, the lion knows that he's going to have sex with other lionesses, but so do the other lionesses in the pride.
Okay, then don't get a high value man.
Which is fine.
Well, there you go. That solves that problem.
No, and that's fine. Like, I'm married already, so I guess maybe this isn't a conversation for me. But
really isn't. I mean, I don't know. Okay, why do you ladies go looking for? Why are you here?
I'm here just because the idea of
okay, other women. Okay, ma'am, if you're married, focus on your relationship with your husband. And is he a high value man?
According to the definition that you've laid out, no.
Okay, then no disrespect, man, but you have no dog in this fight. This is an intellectual exercise for you ladies. I don't understand why you want to bring this conflict, because no matter what you think, young lady, it's not going to change. You think it's fair or unfair? Men with options have always exercised them until they choose not to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really have an issue with it being fair or unfair. And I understand that that's a world where certain things happen. It's just the idea that it's not cheating. And so personally for me,
it's not cheating. It's not cheating if you know it. Okay. You call it tiddlywinks. Why women expect men who are wanted by most women to just be monogamous to them? I mean, I need you ladies to understand the arrogance of that position. You have a man that is wanted by everybody else, and you are arrogant enough to think that you're the only one that should have him. And what do you bring to the table? The same thing that any other woman. You come standard with a JJ. I bring submission and this and that, and I'm sorry. What are you bringing to the table if we put a dollar value on it offsets his value? Are we even talking about the same two things? And what I think a lot of modern women are struggling with is the fact that you've been told that you're equal to men, and you're not. Not the kind of men we're talking about. Let me grab something to drink and I'll be back. Oh my gosh. This is getting deep. It's not called cheating. My disagreement is that it's not cheating. Okay. What is it called? It's called freelance relationships. I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Stick and move, boxing. I don't get it. Go ahead, Aaliyah. Unmute yourself. Hello.
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 38. I'm about to be 38.
What's your disagreement?
My disagreement is with the qualities of a high value man. I didn't hear one thing. Listening to your live streams. Does that include a strong erection? And that's an honest question. Because a high value man of an older age
Kimberly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's your disagreement?
So my disagreement, just like
Uh-huh.
many other areas, is that high value men cheat and that they should, as you say, exercise their options.
Mm.
I personally feel that when you get married, you make
Hold on,
vows.
Kimberly. This is the woman sitting back asking about erections. Your voice alone gets me limp. Are you out of your fucking mind? I mean, seriously. I mean, such an asinine question. Well, I never heard you say nothing about a high value man. Does that mean he has a strong erection? That is the number one problem, I think, with so many of our sisters. Our atavistic primitive mating standards. The value of a man to so many black women is his dick. That's why you will make the decisions you make. You value dick over more than anything else. How's that working for you, ladies? You're at the bottom. 80% out of wedlock childbirth. But it's all about the dick, 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 the dick. Y'all sound crazy. Young ladies, I'm sorry that this is your aunties, your grandmas, and everything else. These older women, I disconnected that because it was even too embarrassing to discuss. But she was dead ass serious. A high value man, is that determined by the strength of his dick? Get off my gone. You don't even get to be on the panel. Go back. You gotta open in the morning. You gotta open at Hardee's in the morning. You gotta open at Hardee's in the morning. Look at that man in that fake ass fur coat. Carry your ass back to Brahms. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So the cheating.
Yes. So like I was saying, I think that when you get married, you make vows that
Yes.
you won't cheat. So I think that if you want to continue to exercise your options, then what's the point of being married?
Well, no, you make vow that it doesn't say you won't cheat. It says for better, for worse, for rich or poor, sickness and health, to death do you part. No part of the marital vows says you can't cheat. It's implied that you'll be bound as one in the covenant before God. Have you read the vows?
Yeah.
Okay, where in the vows does it say you won't cheat?
It doesn't say that like.
Thank you. Because in the Bible, are you a Christian?
Yes.
Solomon, David, Abraham, it's all throughout the Bible, baby girl. The Bible is the worst place to come talking about monogamy. The Roman Church, the Roman Catholic Church, and the Eastern and the English Catholic Church. Why did it even exist? Henry VIII wanted to divorce his wife, Anne Boleyn, so he could have some sons. We are the most Christian, not knowing Christian folks, ma'am. Come on, it's not. Come on. What is the commandment of man on this planet? To be fruitful and what?
Multiply. But
there we go. So how do you get 7 billion people on the planet through monogamy? You don't.
I think that they should be fruitful and multiply with their wives.
You can't get 7 billion people on the planet through monogamy. It's geometrically impossible. You can think it. If you want a monogamous man, get a lower value guy.
But
I mean, seriously. And that's what you ladies are upset about, because it's like, well, I want a higher value man. I want a man that has the resources and production power of 5, 10, 20 men, but I want them all to myself. Y'all sound rather selfish to me.
I don't think it's selfish. I think that there
Of course you don't, because you benefit from it all. Okay, let's do it this way. You're married to your high value man. Okay, you're on your cycle. He's horny. What does he do?
I think that's a personal guy's opinion.
Yeah. What does he do? Can't. Or you got to do some stuff that, see? You're not in the mood. He's supposed to wait. You know how many black men are, next week I'm going to do a video on how many black men are living in sexless relationships and marriages. Because so many women today use sex as leverage over a man, because once you're doled out until you get him, then when you get him, cut it off and start using it as leverage and abuse. You guys are far more sexually manipulative than men. That's why I think this whole notion about cheating and stuff is so funny, because it's taking the power back from men. And the one thing that I notice about a lot of sisters, you don't like losing power or control. Get a lower value man. He'll be as faithful all day long.
I think that for some men, it's just a personal decision.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
Mhm.
I agree.
And
It's a personal decision. I've never cheated. But it's a personal decision. But I can also say, I still remain available to exercise that option. And anybody I deal with knows that.
Right.
I mean, honestly, Kimberly, if he's not bringing it home, no outside kids, no outside babies, no diseases, you ain't gonna find out about it, ain't embarrass you. Why does it matter?
Because it's the idea. And I think
How do you know if you don't know?
even if you don't know, I think that someone still loses in the end.
Yeah. You know what you're gonna lose? A husband. But you can go ahead and have you a dog.
Yeah, I disagree, but
you can disagree. But what you can't do is change the fact that males of the species are not typically monogamous. And what you can't do is we cannot keep lying to women, because this is why you're having such a hard time, because you've been told that you're the prize. And he's supposed to work his entire life to go out and kill the dragon and bring it home onto your feet and then beg you for some coochie. I give you some, you take out the trash. Men are tired of making deals to try to get some ass, especially men who are competitive. The problem is, in this conversation, usually the woman, in my personal opinion, should be doing what she needs to do to be competitive to keep the fires at home. His stomach should be full, his balls should be empty, so he can't do nothing if he's outside. If you're doing your job as the wife, he shouldn't even be able to get it up. But that puts it back on you.
I think that in a marriage that both should play their roles and
yeah, but somebody leads and somebody is responsible to step in front of the other one and die for one. You're not responsible to die for us. And that's an average guy. A higher value guy dies for the people he draw a line around. Ma'am, if you don't want a man, if this bothers you this much, just don't deal with a man that's on this level. Deal with a lower value guy. Deal with a man that no one else wants or few women want. You can have him all to yourself. He'll praise you. He'll be loyal to you. Don't that sound like you can do that?
What'd you say?
You can do that. That's a workable situation.
But a man that's faithful doesn't necessarily have to be someone that no one else wants.
Okay, well, yeah. Here's the thing: men are basically as faithful as their options. If you accept the fact that men have the option to do it, get a man. If you don't want to do it, get a man with lesser options. But if you want a man with greater options, don't be surprised if he exercises one. See, my way, you at least go into it understanding that male nature is what it is, and if it happens, you can't act like you didn't know. And if this is too much for you to handle, get a woman. Buy a dog or cat and die alone. Don't deal with men. If that's just too much for you, don't deal with them.
But it's not all men. I like it.
All right. That's enough of that. Now, yeah, we're going around and round and round. Fact of the matter is, y'all want to control men. You want men to act like women, and they're not. Men are finally standing up and saying, you know how many men I've gotten emails from saying thank you for telling the truth. Thank you for saying this. There's a video up on my channel today, right now, by a woman saying, thank you, Kevin Samuels, for saving my marriage. Go watch it after this is over. I told my husband this and that. Y'all, some selfish folk, boy. I'm gonna keep it all to myself, and you can't do that. All right, man. Y'all want to keep this smoke show going? We got some more folks in here. Oh, you still here, Susan? You ready to go? You ready to act like you got some sense now? Okay, let's go.
Good evening again.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm actually enjoying the conversation.
I mean, what did you think I was doing over here?
I mean, you're doing what you do. And again, I applaud because like I was saying, and you may have missed it, I don't agree with a lot of what you say. I think that you're on point with a lot of what you say. It was that one statement that you assumed I took out of context, or you stated that I took out of context. But no, and I agree. I think that
the statement.
I think that we as women, need understand. I've come to fuller understanding, even with you talking about the options this evening. And I think that's some clarity that women need to understand, that, and when you use the word options, it doesn't mean that the person can go out and do it. It just means that the man does have options, or even she has options. But the point you're making with that is he has options.
That's the point. The funny thing is, ladies, you'll be amazed. The men who have high value have options, but you know what tends to happen what tends to happen is when a man knows he's with a woman who's down like 4 flat tires, and she's like, "Hey, baby, whatever you like, do whatever you want." He is more happy trying to get home to her than trying to run out and around in these streets.
That is absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
But that is the power that more women should focus on, that instead of trying to cut off all options and control the man and wiggle him in and this and that and guilt him in and guard and such and so forth. You're not getting the best out of a man by restricting him. You like him, let him run free.
Can I share something? It took.
Well, I got 13 more. I got 13 more people in here, so it has to be quick.
Just 10 seconds. It took to the 15th year of my marriage to realize how selfish I was being, and it took me checking myself to say, "Hey, I don't want to lose this man," because, like you said, they have options. And once we figure out that there's a problem with us in some situations, then the relationship can work. And the problem was me. And I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Well, that sounds like you guys are on the right path. Let me go ahead and get some more of these folks in.
Yes, please do.
Thanks. All right, let me go ahead and mute you. So, look, ladies, I'm not saying that men are going to be slaying everything in their sight. That's not it. I'm saying that if you know you want a man that's in the top 10%, 5%, 3%, 1% of men, and you know as picky as you are and as high standard as you are, you know all that stuff, would it make more practical sense to accept that he has options and that he may choose to exercise those options? And as long as he does them in a way that it doesn't cause any consequences, kids, disease, personal embarrassment, jeopardize the family, the brand, or whatever, it's almost like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. If you know you got the kind of caliber man to do that, why don't you just focus on what you're doing? Would it be better to go that way, or would it be better to just say, well, he shouldn't do it because of God, Jesus, the commandments are faithful, and this and that, da, 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 da. You can try it. But why do we see so many people getting upset? Well, he cheated on me. He did this. Well, if you accepted the fact that most men that have options tend to exercise them. But like I said, I'll give you the other way around, lady. How about this? How about the men who have options, you keep him so happy at home to where he ain't worried about going out and doing nothing else. He's coming back home to you. Believe it or not, y'all got more power than you give yourselves credit for if you're trying to put your man in a place in his position first. Just my opinion. Oh, Maya, you back? Oh yeah, Jamal, you get off here, dude. Bye, man. You got some weirdo sitting up here on the green screen. No, thank you. Your audio's not connected, Toya. We got Ruth is next. Go ahead, Toya. Hello.
Hi. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Whoa. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
How old are you, by the way?
I missed the show. This is my first time watching your video.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a smoke show. We got it. If you're the first time, you don't have any disagreements. Go ahead, Ruth. Ruth, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Am I muted now?
You're unmuted now.
Hi, Kelvin. How are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I am 31. I'm in the danger zone.
Uh-huh. So
55
what is your disagreement?
My disagreement is about the high volume.
What about them?
I date a lot of them, but for some reason I don't know exactly what they want. Like I've been going out.
Okay, hold on. This is the show for conflicts and disagreements, not solving issues. What's
Okay,
the
I don't.
huh?
Yes, I don't think that they really. I think they are there just to, have a great time for that
Okay,
night.
ma'am, that no. You're trying to make your situation a conflict for me to answer. That's not this show. High value men marry. High value men want relationships. I got 3 people engaged right now. So the problem is a lot of you women calling yourselves dealing with high value men and you don't actively vet. Are you even dating a man who wants to get married? Are you a wife? Yeah, I always go to the problem with being the man. The problem is usually in the mirror. Problem is usually in the mirror, ladies, gentlemen. Tanya, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I am 34.
What's your disagreement?
I don't really have a disagreement. I was
Okay,
just
okay. You got a beeping noise in the background too. I don't know what that is, and it's annoying. Sounds like either a smoke detector or camera. Pumpkin. Maya, you still here? Maya said, I want round 2. Go ahead, Pumpkin. Pumpkin, go ahead, Pumpkin. Country
Hey,
Pumpkin. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
What's your disagreement?
My disagreement is I feel like women have equal value as men.
Okay. Congratulations. What else?
Um, Women, I feel like if you say that women could,
No. If you have equal value as men, uh, name me one civilization where women are running it, built it, the infrastructure, maintain it, secure it, provision it.
women produce. That's my
No,
thing.
no, 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 no. I asked you specifically. Name me one civilization, one society where women do all those things
I can't name it.
because they don't exist.
But you don't think that
Young lady, men and women are not equal. You're in a first world country, and the reason you can do what you do right now is because men have civilized the world in general. Do you even know what a power plant is, a local water plant? If the power went out right now, the water went out, how would you even survive? Thank you. Y'all always coming in here talking about you're equal, and you don't even know how to build a damn fire. I don't even know how to build a fire. We're equal. I am woman, hear me roar. The number's too big to ignore. But then you'll carry your ass to the ocean and get salt water and boil it. Go watch it. It's a video right here. If y'all just want to make arguments saying that women and men are equal, okay, cool. You can be equal. Your Power Ranger level is 95, just along with a man. You can be Captain Marvel and be the strongest Avenger, but that shit only works in the movies. In the real world, Zoe, then what's her name? Karina, and then Zoe. Karina, and then Amira. Go ahead, Karina. All right, she just clicked her picture. Unmute. Hello.
Sorry.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, what's your disagreement?
So I disagree a lot with the whole infidelity thing, especially you said earlier, I believe even with men that make like $70,000.
No. Okay. It's not infidelity. I said high value men don't cheat. They exercise options. Was that your boyfriend that just rolled away?
No, he's not my boyfriend. He's my roommate.
Have you
I
been
don't have a
drinking?
boyfriend. No.
Okay, you sound kind of slurred. So what's the disagreement? That infidelity, high value men don't cheat. They just exercise
So pretty
options.
much, I just like I'm really curious about what you think about the contradiction between that and like the Bible. It just
Why?
seems like it
Why is there infidelity, or how many wives did Solomon have?
well, it just seems like the Ten
How
Commandments
many wives did
specifically.
Solomon have? There's no commandment to be faithful in the Ten Commandments.
Um,
All
thou
right,
shalt not commit adultery.
but there's a commandment. I'm thinking about something else. Uh, Commit adultery.
Yeah.
Well, like it or not, Solomon committed adultery. Abraham committed adultery. David committed adultery. How do you get 7 billion people on the planet? And here's the thing. I'll go down the path with you. 10 commandments. You are breaking. How many of the commandments are you breaking with yourself being as heavily tattooed and adorned as you are?
Not heavily
You,
tattooed or
ma'am, you look like you look. I mean, the Bible will say you're just like a Jezebel. You got a dog collar with spikes on your neck. Are you serious?
I mean, it's not really.
Are you serious? I mean, we're going to talk about the contradictions in the Bible. This woman is asking me about the
I'm not
contradictions.
like claiming anything
But you,
myself. I'm
so
just
why are you asking about the contradictions in the Bible if you're not a Christian or you've been claiming
because
that?
I'm curious.
No, you just want to. Okay, you're right. Men shouldn't do it. Don't. And I'm gonna be honest, man. High value men probably not really a big concern. I mean, honestly, no offense, but not really a big concern, is it? I mean, you plan on being the senator's wife or the mayor's wife, or, I mean, no offense, but
I mean, I was just curious about how you reconcile that.
okay. I've already. You ladies are, well, it says thou shalt not commit adultery. You're right. Mm-hmm. Says a whole lot of other thou shalt not too. And I'll play that game with you all day long. If you want to live strictly according to the Bible, men win. Men win that one all day long. I don't think you ladies want to go back to the Old Testament, the Old Covenant. But just goes to show, gentlemen, women, when they're losing an argument, they will cherry pick any piece of it to make a point. A woman with a dog collar and tattoos everywhere wants to make an argument on the Ten Commandments. You can't make this shit up. Good try, though. Good try. Good try. Good try.
That was pathetic.
All right, Amira. Zoe, you're next.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hey, so like, I don't really have an argument because like I agree with everything you're saying.
Okay. Well, I got to do disagreements. Hello.
Hi.
Zoe?
I would just like to clarify that according to the Bible, adultery is sleeping with another man's wife. So,
I know. I know, but
yeah.
I mean, she wasn't being serious. Do you have a disagreement? Because I got to get to. Okay, what is it?
It's being, I guess my disagreement would be if a high value woman has to do with age, because I know you say
No.
most high value men won't be high value before age 30.
No,
But
high value woman does not have to necessarily do with anything with age. Attractive no, it doesn't. Attractive and appealing, have a comforting character, discerning and disciplined, liberating and loyal, enthusiastic and exuberant.
But then isn't the danger zone you're
Those-
aging out of your prime of being a high
but
value woman?
no. The danger zone is when you need to focus like a laser on what you want as far as your outcomes in your personal life. Has nothing to do with being a high value woman. It means if you know you want to be married and have children, you need to focus. If you haven't got married before the age 27, you guys often conflate. You guys often hold on. Yeah, no problem. You guys often conflate things that I say. I need to write a book with like a glossary of terms and things because there's so many things out there. But appreciate it. Maya, are you talking to me or are you talking to yourself? You talking to me? I can't hear you. You're muted. I don't know. I mean, go ahead, Lolise. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hello. Hey, what's your disagreement?
Well, my disagreement is I don't know if I understood right or wrong, but when you go out with the first time, not exactly with the first time with a guy, what they want is sex, looking for a sex. I have the experience with a person that more than one
Oh,
person.
okay. Where's the disagreement? Because I'm having a hard time with the accent. And you've been drinking a little bit too.
No, I'm Mexican.
I bet you got a glass of wine there.
Latina.
Latina, and you're drinking vino, and I'm having a hard
What
time.
about you? What about you drinking Red Bull?
Yeah, but it doesn't
Doesn't do anything.
not to my senses. Okay, well, all right, we gotta get to the disagreements though. Maya, why are you still back? Maya, we've already had our conversation. You want to finish a conversation? Is that what you say? You book a session. You're a successful woman. Book a session. You're high value. Book a session. You don't get to use pretty privilege over here on me. Pretty. I'm not impressed by pretty. I deal with pretty all the time. It requires more than that. That requires more than that. See, the problem that a lot of pretty women have, but I will use you as a talking point while everybody else is getting ready. The problem a lot of pretty women have is when they start getting to the danger zone, the wall, things like that. When things start to close in on women who have been able to use their looks to get what they want. The problem is it's a finite resource. You may be as pretty as you want to be, but after 24, 25 is as good as it gets. 26, the new 22-year-old. And the closer women get to 30, sadly, the pretty professional problems crew, and this may not be you, Maya, but this is the problem of the eternal seven, because so many pretty women tend to not develop their interpersonal skills. They've been used to getting by on their looks and the ability that all men and most women want to do them. You effectively are dealing with a woman that came into her maturity or her beauty at whatever age. So if that's 16, 17, 18, sadly, emotionally, you can make an argument that many women are arrested right there. So why do you start seeing women who are 30 years old acting bratty, who are professional and attractive? Well, because effectively, that's why they stop developing. And they can't use their looks like they could use them. And they didn't cash them in soon enough. That's why the whole thing with the eternal sevens and this and that, you can't make this shit up. Okay, Adia, your microphone's not connected. And Tanya, your video's not on. So that was the smoke show. We got more people coming in. Maya, I was very serious. He's like, I'm gonna sit here until you bring me back on. You'll sit there, then. So, why are smoke shows important? Clear the air. Let folks come in. Let folks have their say. You know, as we see, the biggest topic seems to be this whole infidelity piece. Ladies, I don't make human beings the way they are. And I am sorry that so many of you have been lied to by people singing you romantic songs. I give you the sun, the rain, the stars. I'll tie your shoes, your crumb snatchers too. I was talking about this the other day. How the late 80s and early 90s, man, dudes was on records and CDs lying to women. Lying. Oh, I love you, girl, just to get some ass, and then turn around, couldn't do none of that stuff. What I'm telling you is, look, you want a man who is 6 figures plus, who is physically attractive, imposing, about his business, on his purpose, driven, somebody who can keep you in your feminine with his masculine energy and frame. In this world, those men are rare from an income standpoint and even from a masculine frame standpoint. Ladies, be prepared to share. If you don't want to share, I get it. I get it. Hey, Jen, you got to get on camera. If you don't get on camera, you can't be here. And if you don't want to share, I get it. I completely understand. I understand that there are some women whose egos are our egos are set up like I can't accept sharing a man. I get it. I get your ego is so big that you can't look at sharing on that. Mm-hmm. And somebody came in and saying, she got you on that adultery point. No, not really. You're not very good Christians. First of all, even if you read it as adultery is between a married person and a person who is or is not their spouse. So you could say a married person with a married person or a married person without their spouse, but it's also under the old covenant. It's on the Old Testament. The 10 Commandments was the old law. If you believe in the Godhead, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, Christ, Jesus, we're under the new covenant. So play with your G.I. Joe. I do this. I can't. Your audio's not connecting. Taz Boinkin, you ready? Boinking, boinky, 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 boinky. Go ahead. Hello.
Is it unmuted? Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Your first name?
Tajani.
And how old are you?
I'm 29.
All right. What do you got for me?
I just really admire your show. I have no smoke.
Okay.
And I wasn't expecting to get on here, honestly.
But this is a smoke show, so this is a disagreement show. So appreciate you coming on. Come back on Monday when we're not smoking.
Okay. Thank you.
And she said she came over here to get up 15 minutes with your fine ass. Yeah, I ain't gonna put it on the screen. Y'all be mad if I put it on screen. If I put it on screen, they'll be like, damn. No, I ain't gonna put it on screen. Yeah, she was fine. Maya, if you could just smile, Maya. See, Maya is one of those kind of chicks that I would have hunted a Maya. I'm gonna just tell you, I would have hunted a Maya. I'm putting mine on the screen. See, back in the day, I would have hunted her because I would have broke her. That sassy ass attitude, I'd have hunted her to dominate her. But that doesn't work. But that's unhealthy. It's unhealthy for a man to do that, and it's unhealthy for a woman. In my opinion, just my personal opinion, nothing to back it up, it's straight opinion. That's an unhealthy dynamic. And why is that important? Because so many pretty professional women have what makes you. How about this? Ladies, understand something. I often tell men this in our one-on-one sessions. Your professional successes, your professional skill sets do not map over to your personal life. You can be extremely successful in your professional life. You can be extremely accomplished over here, but you can be 180 degrees opposite over here. Those two things don't map. And a lot of men think because they have it over here, they should translate over there. No. Competence gets compensated in the work world. But in relationships, competence gets compensated as well. I tell men often, myself included, you had to raise your competence level in being in a relationship. Well, ladies, where are you competent in a relationship? And sadly, especially women who tend to be more attractive or whatever, you never had to really work as hard as other women to raise their competence level. So if you're a woman who is an adjustable 6, 8, 9, or 10, and you actually have competence in relationships, those women tend to get snapped up just like that. Okay, your hand is up. I can't do anything with that, so we got to move. Ariel, you got to be on camera, or I can't. You got to be on camera. Mama Cole, you can go ahead. Go ahead, Mama Cole.
Hi, Kevin. How are you? This is such an honor to be here tonight.
But do you have a conflict?
I do.
Okay, what is it? What is it?
So my conflict is you say options as if it's a positive thing, like it's okay for men to have options. And my issue with that is like, okay, so if you're a woman who has options, like when do you go into the relationships? And I guess you
Okay. What man has options?
A high value man.
Why does he have options? Go ahead.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Why does he have options?
Because let's say he's quote unquote successful, he's attractive, he's, family oriented, everything you want him to be, whether it is.
Well, if he's all those things, options are a result of the things he's worked to become.
So when is it okay to say, you know what, we both have options, but I'm attractive, you're attractive.
Well, now see, that's the problem. You women often try to equate. Okay, you got Barney playing in the background.
That's the baby. Sorry, that's my.
All right, but the thing is, this is when I have to get real pragmatic, ma'am. A high value man. I gotta mute that. A high value man and a woman. If you had to put a dollar value on what each brings to the table, women rarely equate to their man. So it's an unbalanced question. It's basically saying, well, because you're here and I'm here. Let me unmute you. Let me ask you a question this way. Are you familiar with the game of chess?
Yes.
What's the more valuable piece, the king or the queen?
The queen. Oh, well, yeah, I think the queen. Right, Dan? Wouldn't you agree?
What?
What's the most valuable piece in the chess game?
In the chess game, the queen. Well, the king.
Wait.
The king.
This is Kevin, the guy.
I'm sorry.
No, the most valuable piece in the chess game is the king. You can lose the queen and still win. You lose the king, the game is over.
Right. Absolutely.
So, even on a chessboard, those two pieces, even though they're powerful, one outranks the other. One has a higher value.
This is what he says.
So
my stepdad says your ideology of things is going to make a woman ultimately like unhappy, like because it's.
I don't care about your happiness. I don't care about your happiness. I don't care about, because here's the thing: a man's not happy having to go out and kill the dragon, bring home the meat. I care about duty, respect, and everything else. Happiness is what got us right here, right now. The notion of romantic love. Go back 200-300 years ago, when people were in love, they do what they had to do.
Yeah, but then when
50%, 51% divorce rate in this country, and 7 or 8 out of 10 that divorces are filed by women. Our decision to try to Disney-fy relationships has got so many women not even understanding who men are. You want men peeing, sitting down, and acting like women, and that's not who we are.
Right. Yeah, but then guys want to be treated like girlfriends. Sometimes they want us to go 50-50 with them, or like.
I don't worry about those guys. I don't deal with those men. I deal with men who take care of shit over here. Yeah, I deal with men who pay 100% of the bills. I don't deal with the 50-50 shit. I deal with the men who can pay the cost to be the boss, but then he expects to. See, the thing about an option doesn't mean he's going to exercise it. It just means he can.
That means I'm an option. I'm a liability. He can just toss me whenever he's done with me.
You can. That means it's your job to stay valuable. Exactly. And see, women used to accept that because if your job is, if you're the queen, you should keep his stomach full, his balls empty, and him happy enough to where he doesn't want exercise options.
You're
But
right.
see, today we've made women lazy to where you just, I'm married now, have your babies, queen me, French toast that. Back in the days where we talked about stuff used to work. So appreciate it because women want marriages to last 30, 40, 50 years. And back in the day, women had to accept that men are men. Men are men. And if you keep your husband happy, even if he does step out and exercise an option, I guarantee you this, the kind of men I'm talking about would never let that stuff come towards his kingdom. Because he doesn't want it to affect his queen or anybody else. I don't know what kind of men y'all are expecting. Y'all think these men are just running around. I'm having sex. I'm talking about men who are working 10, 12, 14-hour days. They don't have time to be doing this stuff. I'm talking about men who barely have time to come home to do you. I'm more worried about what men can't do. All right, we got a few more before we get in here. I think a lot of you ladies got to admit, this is a lot about control. You want to control a man. And no. Think about it. These men don't have to, guys working 12 hours a day. Well, let me go down to the bar and meet a new girl so I can have me some sexy with. Man, the older man gets like, man, I'm just going to go home and sit down. Go ahead, Daphne. Unmute yourself. Do you have a disagreement on this infidelity stuff too?
I do. I really agree with that a man has options. I think he has options regardless, but I think the part about exercising the option.
What about him?
What about him exercising the option?
What's the disagreement?
The disagreement is that it's wrong. In my opinion, it's wrong.
According to whom?
I just said, in my opinion, it's wrong.
Okay, well then don't marry a man who has options.
But doesn't everyone have options?
No.
No? Why not?
Are you kidding me?
Mm-mm.
So let's just take you.
Okay.
Are you married?
I'm divorced.
Uh-huh. So if a guy was working on fries at McDonald's, he'd have the same option to holler at you, the guy who owns his own law firm?
It depends.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. See, I can't play games with them. If we're gonna have a conversation, let's have a conversation. If we're gonna do this shit, then we don't have to. This woman actually gonna tell me that a man on fries and a guy who owns his own law firm have the same option to holler at you. You're gonna exercise in the same way. Y'all are disingenuous.
No. This. Do I know off the rip that that's what he does?
Yes, Daphne. That's why. Okay, if you go into McDonald's, Ronald's on fries. If I come in the suit and I'm in say I own my own law firm, you know that automatically. See, the problem is.
But the thing with that is that it doesn't talk about character.
Ma'am, the bottom line is this: a man who's more successful has more options than a man who's less successful.
I don't disagree with that.
So, does a woman who's more attractive have more options than a woman who's less attractive? Do women who are more attractive tend to marry men who own fries at McDonald's, or they tend to exercise those options and get the highest caliber man they can? God damn it, you know I'm right.
You are right.
So y'all don't mind it when it's in your benefit. You just don't like it when it's in a man's benefit. But here's the thing. If you don't like it, get you a man who nobody really wants except you, and he won't have options. So we don't have to worry about exercising them. Okay, problem solved. right? I mean, if that really bothers you, get a man that don't nobody want.
That's true.
But the question
that wouldn't
is,
be my thing though.
of course not, because you want a man that everybody else wants, because that's how women are. You want somebody else to want your man, and you be like, I got him, no, you didn't. Well, here's the thing: as long as he's coming home to you and ain't jeopardizing what's at home, what do you care about what he does if you don't know about it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would have to say that I'm not that type of person to say, oh, I want somebody that everybody wants. I think that for me, it's important that I don't care what he looks like. Like,
It doesn't matter if you care about what he looks. I didn't say anything about looks. I said desirability. You were married.
Desirability.
Who filed for divorce? You or him?
I filed for divorce after he said that he didn't want to be married anymore.
I did. Okay. So, ladies, I've asked this question countless times. In mammals, are the men of the males of the species typically monogamous? The answer is no. The more successful, the higher value male you are interested in, the more other women are going to be interested in him too, and they have options. If you don't like that, take it up with the creator. I did not make people the way they are. And it's really troubling to me that so many modern women really don't understand men, to where so many women across the board, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, and other, y'all are all treating this information as though it's like a revelation. I'm like, God damn. Disney and fairy tales have done a good job in selling y'all rom-coms. Those are things that sell tickets and movies. A 50-year marriage had issues. How old are you?
Absolutely.
How old are you?
I don't disagree with that. 41.
So 41. How many times do you hear Big Daddy, Grandpa meeting people from another whole other kids? So let's knock this off. I mean, honestly, I'm to the point to where modern women, y'all are not made of the same stuff that other women are made of. But y'all want the credit of other women. Most women today just want to just be here.
I don't agree with that. I agree with
Have you watched my show?
What you said.
Have you watched my show? How many times does a woman say, I want a man who's making enough money to keep me at home where I don't have to work to pay significant bills, 2 to 3 kids, and I don't even have a cookbook? Come on, man. There are thousands and thousands of hours, hundreds of hours of women not bringing nothing to the table any different than a guy who came into the country illegally is getting and want a millionaire. My show is going to be studied, parsed over for years, because it is real-time interviews of modern women and their expectations and what they bring to the table. You ain't even bringing what my grandmother had a 6th grade education, and she brought more to the table than modern women do today. You can't say you know that's true in the main. My grandmother brought more to the table than women do today. Can you say that same thing about yours? Or did she bring less or the same?
My grandmother?
Yes. Did your grandmother bring more to the table than modern women? Same or less?
Her value? Absolutely more.
Well, then that's a goddamn shame that women have devolved.
I agree. I agree with that.
Well, there you go. Well, then
have been lost.
But the thing is, men are still expected to do the same things that men have always done, but women have devolved. And you're asking for more. So even something like this is like, it's like, well, goddamn, how much more are y'all gonna get? Men have drawn a line in the sand and they've said no more. This is the 300. The men have said no more. They've locked shields, spears are out. This is where we hold them. This is what men are saying. That's why there are 30,000 people in here watching. That's why the comment section is littered. I'm not speaking for Kevin Samuels. Man after man after man. And then go on my community page. There are women saying, thank you for telling me the truth. Thank you. You saved my marriage. You saved this. This ain't about me. It just shows the misinformation and miscommunication that people tell you the men are from Mars and women are from Venus and don't forget to crown, all these other lies. And that don't work. But appreciate them. I want to get on through this because Yasmin was sitting up there nodding like, yeah, it's not right. It's not right. It's not right, Kevin. It's not right. You're not supposed to be exercising options on me. It's not right. Come on, Yasmin. Tell me how it's not right. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. How old are you?
I'm 21.
It's not right. Okay. not right, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, and I'm not arguing with that. But
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like you kind of take two kind of. I feel like I sometimes notice you taking on the "it's not right," and then I notice, or sorry, I hear you talking about religion, like, oh, this is a Christian value, and then I hear you saying, well, it is not the ideal, but it is the truth. And so, like, what should we be pursuing, the truth or the ideal?
Are you a Christian?
Holding men to.
Are you a Christian?
No, but I am religious.
Okay, then I don't. Hold on. If you're not a Christian, you're asking me what?
Okay, so I'll actually get to what I want to say. So, because I've been writing.
Okay, but okay, because when I speak about Christianity, especially in the black community is overwhelmingly Christian, and oftentimes black women will inject God into relationship discussions as a justification for or against something, but yet in another breath they're not acting in that same Christianity that they professed the sentence before. I'm not promoting religion or about anything else. I'm an image consultant. I am concerned with outcomes and results. My personal life, I may be a self-professed Christian, but the modern church is far away from what it should be. So I don't concern myself with morality. My profession is not about morality. It's about outcomes, results. Morals are something else. When you go to your cardiologist or the oncologist or your brain surgeon, you don't care about his religious affiliation. You care about his competence to get the outcome you need.
Do you care to have a conversation about morality right now, or is that not what
No, because morality is very subjective. Your morals, see, high value men exist across worldwide in many different cultures over many different years. What if one is Muslim, one is a Christian, one is a Buddhist, one is a Hindu, one is agnostic, one is a nihilist? That's not a conversation that I can square. All I can talk about is these men who have separated themselves from other men throughout history and time all share some similar characteristics. They tend to be the highest top 10% earners. They tend to have done it over a period of time. They tend to be acknowledged by other men as being one of their peers. They tend to have a network of other high value men in the group. They tend to be extremely visible, and they tend to be of high use to others in the group. That has nothing to do with morals and principles.
The reason why I think this conversation is important to you, or should be important to you, is because even if you don't take the religious point of view, it does contribute to the cycle, to the society, to the culture, and like why women cheat. So okay.
Why women cheat?
Why women cheat? Yeah.
Okay. Well, hold on. The morality question, why women cheat or why men cheat?
Both, but I do have a point that I could like logically get to if later on that is related to why.
Okay, I don't deal with morality because again, that's a rabbit hole that I can't square that circle, neither can you. What you believe is what you believe. But at the end of the day, it comes right down to it. Men and women are not equal. No matter what your morals say, we're not. And the outcomes the expectations for the gender roles are different. And the bottom line is, this is a man's channel. I'm concerned about the best outcome for men. And the men tend to want women. But the problem is, when men are becoming the best version of themselves, putting themselves to the crucible of self-discovery and perfection, sadly, far too many guys are not finding women doing the same thing. You heard the previous woman just say women are bringing less to the table than women 2 or 3 generations before. So if we want to talk about our morality, we have to talk about the balancing of a deal. And our modern women offering a fair deal to modern men.
I could also argue that men are bringing less to the table because they're engaging
But
in,
they're still expected to do it.
well,
But they're still expected to do it. Whether they're not bringing less. They're bringing less, but they're still expected to do it. The role for men have not changed. We're still expected to be prophet, provider, priest. But are modern women offering a fair deal?
a fair deal, yes, but
No, they're not. No, they're not. You can't offer a fair deal dating multiple men. You can't offer a fair deal when you have social media, inbox, this, such and so forth. This is why the notion of right and wrong, women don't really want to play this game, because while we may classify cheating as intercourse with men, women are far more promiscuous and far more cheating when you start talking about non-sexual attention from other men. You're not offering a fair deal. Maybe you are, but in general, they're not. But I got to get to some other people. But that's a better conversation suited for religious platforms. But it goes down a rabbit hole that will never get anywhere over here. And honestly, I don't get paid for morals. I get paid for outcomes. But I thank you for the question, but it's just not the right platform for it. Maybe something you should do on your channel.
Okay, but can I?
I got to get to the next people because we're almost down with this. Oh, come on. And here's the thing. Ladies, it makes sense to me that modern women really believe that what you're bringing to the table. I believe that most women do believe you're offering a fair deal. I honestly, the way many women come at this, judged upon your expectations versus reality, many women feel like you're bringing more to the table than men. But it just doesn't seem to add up. Does not seem to add up. All right. We got to get through this. I'm tired. iPhone. You're going to drop that. So we're getting to the end of the smoke show. Ada, your phone is not there. We're going to dish that. And yeah, morals, I'm never going to really get to that. Can't do that one. Suzette, go ahead and unmute yourself. Can't really do that one. Hello.
Hey, Kevin. Hey.
Hi. So what's your dispute?
Yeah, so I'll get right to it because I know you don't like all the extra. But
No.
so if I'm with a high value man and myself is a high value woman and my high value man cheats, should I not be allowed to cheat as well?
Well, I will tell you this. You want to play that game? High value men and high value women, in my estimation, the calculus is two different things.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Can you replace your high value man quicker than he can replace you?
So I went over this question before I obviously asked with my friends, and I was saying if I want to be homeless.
Well, I mean, if you want to roll that dice, if you can replace, well, then don't do it. Because unless you're going to replace him with an equal or better man who's willing to provide equal or better benefits and outcomes immediately. See, That's why I said it's not cheating, it's exercising of options. But here's the funny thing. A lot of women do it like this. Well, if he can do it, then why can't I do it? Okay, but I got to ask the question. Really? Are you even trying to get out there and do what men do? Are you trying to get out there and have multiple sexual partners?
Not at all. Not at all.
A lot of women are having trouble keeping up with their men's sexual appetite. So if you can't keep up with your man's sexual appetite, how you going to go satisfy another man?
Mm-hmm.
It really kind of becomes more tit for tat. If he's doing it, I should do it. Well, so I hope that answers your question. If you can replace him, because one can be replaced. And here's the funny thing: the older women get, the harder it becomes to square that circle. So, yeah, don't do that unless you rather do find your walking papers. Have a good night. So, ladies, think about what I just said, guys. How many women have been like, well, if he can do it, so can I? So you trying to go out and have sex with 3 or 4 random guys a week? Is that what we're really saying here? What it comes down to is this is a tit for tat moral control argument. It really is not rooted in a lot of practicality. It's not rooted in a lot of, yeah, you know, I just was at Whole Foods and I saw this one dude and I just decided I wanted to get it in. Nah. Smoke show, baby. Smoke show. Good smoke show. Said it before and I say it again. Godfather will allow his critics and detractors to come and say what they have to say. Talk about the topic. I'll stand on what I say, and I've got a reason for saying what I say. And if you make a good point, concede it. But see, what can't continue to happen is you keep saying, he hates black women, he this, you that. Beat the argument. Make a better argument. And how about this? Put it on the wood. Show better results. Because when you have folks saying, thank you, Kevin Samuels, for saving my marriage, y'all, some of y'all start to sound real crazy when you keep coming at me. And let's be honest, many of you are coming at me to try to build a channel and make a name for yourself. I get it. I don't think it's going to be effective, but I get it. But funny, everybody that wants to come at me, they never show up on the smoke shows. All the women that make all these videos on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, I announced this at the beginning of the week. I announced it again on Wednesday and I announced it here. And notice, not one of these video making people showed up. Because at the end of the day, what I'm saying is rooted in a lot of practical sense. You don't have to like it. And you don't have to accept it. Honestly, you are free to do what you want. Like I said, if you don't want a high value man and all these other things, I want those options, deal with a lower value man or whatever. But at the end of the day, ladies, you cannot have it all. Life is about choices and trade-offs. Choices and trade-offs. So that was dope. Who is that? Ike in the house, back in the States. Shout out to Antoine Wade. We got the big bombs going on. Shout out to King Ike. Shout out to Antoine Wade. I got some interesting things coming up this summer. Look, folks, here's how it is. This platform is going to continue to push and move forward because what we're trying to do is, one thing that I am happy is more conversations are being had. More conversations are being had and more outcomes and results are happening. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, I'm going to be going out on the road in the next 5 weeks. And I'm going to be doing some media tours, some press tours. I'll be showing up. I'll be coming to other platforms near you. I'll be sitting across some people who are going to probably do some intent. You know, if you watch Jordan Peterson had a point to where he went around and started doing press, and he got some active questioning. Look, that's going to happen, and I welcome it. I welcome somebody questioning what I'm talking about. Because if it can't stand up to scrutiny, then I shouldn't be saying it. I am saying what I honestly think and believe. It is my perspective and my opinion. And anybody who knows me will tell you, this ain't new. I've always had an opinion. I've always had a perspective. Been polarizing. From back in the day, people either knew you, they either knew, you know Kevin the Kappa, you either love him or hate him, but somebody had an opinion of you. But I'm not doing this for me. I've not monetized it. No t-shirts, no courses, no nothing. No books. Not saying that stuff won't come. I've said it before and I say it again. This is about you guys, the outcome over there, getting better outcome for men and the women who want to be with them. I'm going to make mine along the way. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. I want to be insanely rich. I make no beef about it. I want to get paid. But I also understand that we need black male media, black men standing up strongly, proclaiming what they mean, unapologetically, unashamedly, chin up, chest out, saying, bring it. You ain't got to like me. Hell. But can you at least try to respect what we're doing? And if you can't like it, or can you not respect it, can you just get out of the way? But when we get to the place where we stop trying to demonize it and tear it down, all that other stuff, we're getting past that. We're getting past that, and we're starting to get better outcomes across the board for men and women alike. So good stuff. Thank you guys for showing up to another Smoke Show. It's been great. We're in the full-fledged springtime. Tomorrow, suit Saturday, skirt Saturday. Make sure you're looking good in your suit. Look good in your spring skirt. Lady, put on some spring white. Put on some pastels and get out there. Happy Good Friday. It's Easter. Enjoy yourself. Next week, I'll be in LA. If you see your Godfather in Manhattan, say hello. How you doing? Let's take a picture. Do that on the Instagram. It's all good. It's all great. Love you guys. Till the next time, you know how it goes. It's all been good. It's been great, but I got to get up out of here. Until the next time. Peace. We're gone. I'm a PhD. You say I love some Red Bull. I love the taste of it, man. I do. I don't know why. I love the taste of Red Bull. Strangely enough. Shout out to the confident, intelligent, and assertive men, the CIA. One love to the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies, the FBI. What's good, all my Henrys, high earners, not rich yet. Good job, my hit squad, Henrys in training, those young Thundercats. There's a glossary, there's terms, there's all kind of things. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. I rebuke. What is I rebuke? We didn't have the soundboard going tonight.
I rebuke.
Teach you to listen to authority. You must learn what you have learned.
Buy a dog. Die alone.
Kevin, goddammit. Nothing can stop me.
Big Shelly.
I'm addicted to you and I.
How embarrassing.
Embarrassing. How embarrassing. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe.
Hit the like button on the way out. Check out the videos that'll be dropping this weekend. Peace. Oh yeah, shout out to all my blue collar brothers, my military guys. Guys, what are you competent at? Men, you need a high income skill to stop exchanging time for dollars. 10,000 hour principle. Master something. There's riches and niches. Yo baby, yo baby, yo.